Then I'm just going to get us started. Welcome to the Good Talkers podcast, or welcome back if you're one of our seasoned listeners. Um, as always, my name is Ashton Haugen, and I am joined by three terrific, amazing human beings from across the globe, by the way. The first one being, we're going to go in a different order today. I'm going to mix things up, and we're going to start with the man, Jordan Greville from NZ Audio Editors.
I'll take it. Being the only man, I'll take it.
The man. We also have the incredible Deanna Cooney.
Hello, hello.
And we've got the woman, Tessa Livingston.
Yeah, who the heck am I?
Yeah, what's Deanna then?
You're the Deanna. I don't know. What
Oh,
I'm
so you
doing
just
with
get
that.
like a your name.
Oh my god.
I love that.
This is getting dicey.
The Deanna, like Madonna. Like it's
okay,
important.
good.
Like it's Deanna. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yes.
So I get
Good
category of female nature, and Deanna
Woman.
gets the.
The.
Okay, I'm never mixing it up again. This is a failed experiment. Never
Smart.
doing it again.
So funny.
Tessa,
Yo,
you had some stuff you wanted to share with the class. What would you like to share today with the class?
yes, I do. And for audience members listening, I told everybody they had to have their Facebook chat open because we obviously have a group chat which is always filled with delightful bits and pieces. But I'm just sending a thing into the group chat, and I'm asking people to open it.
Oh, shit, mate.
Oh my gosh!
Finally,
Wedding invitation, wedding invitation.
It's in California.
Okay.
Yay!
Done.
Plenty
Oh my
of
gosh.
time too. Nice
Mhm.
advance notice for us to be able to fly across the world.
Did we expect anything less from me?
Oh my gosh, that's like right around my birthday too.
Yes, it
Birthday
is.
trip to New Zealand.
And there's Halloween there too. So, but you'll be very disappointed by New Zealand Halloween. Like, I'm just putting that out there right now.
Oh.
You will be sad. So you're going to have to bring all of your own Halloween buzz because we don't have
Alright.
any. But yes. So for those of you listening, I'm always really nervous when I do things like this. People are either going to think pregnancy or, and, and like the last time I was telling people, I was like, guess what? Like being excited, people are like, you and Andrew are pregnant. I'm like, we're engaged. Ha. So. And then people were kind of let down because I wasn't, but yes, we're getting married in October 2026. So I have
Yay.
just sent the save the dates into the group chat so everyone can see.
I
That was
love
lovely.
it.
I'm so excited.
great.
Oh my
So
gosh.
excited.
Just get fucked up together.
Yeah.
How
Hell
funny is
yeah.
it going to be that the first time we all physically meet each other together all at the same time will likely be a wedding?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
I mean,
perfect.
that kind of
I
makes
love
sense.
that.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yay.
very, very excited.
We're going to have to record a podcast episode in person.
I fucking agree. I agree so
be
much.
sick.
That would be so cool.
Right? Right?
Listeners,
Yes.
let us know. Is that something you want? Because that's something we all want. We're going to do it regardless. But like,
We can
just
do it
let us
anyway.
know.
I
If
reckon
we're
we
gonna
could
do
stream
anyway.
it too. I reckon do it live.
That'd be cool.
Everyone just froze.
Well,
Everyone,
yeah,
and
that's
not
amazing.
internet
Not-
freeze.
we
Just
did
like,
that.
oh my god, we all just like totally glitched. Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Full wedding attire, stream, podcast.
That would be rad content, honestly.
That would be.
Let's definitely do
Oh.
that.
Excuse me, Andrew. We have to put the ceremony back an hour. I've got a podcast to
Sorry.
do.
In the dress, mate.
Oh my God,
in the wedding
he's gonna
dress,
hate us.
I'll be so
Yeah.
down.
Low key, I kind of would because I'm that kind of person.
Epic.
Well, that is just literally the best news that I've gotten this day. So, amazing. Congratulations, Tessa and
Thank you very
Andrew.
much.
It's going to be so fun. I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. Like, I'm going to put it on the calendar, mark, like, cross off the days until we count down to it.
Yeah.
It's 65 weeks in case anybody wanted any,
fab.
because I haven't been counting. 65 weeks, 15 months, and I can't remember the days. Doesn't matter. Either way, I know what's up.
I think that's still
so
plenty.
good.
Like, that's a good countdown. That's a good
Yeah,
countdown.
it's a good
65
countdown.
weeks.
Yeah.
That just like warmed my whole heart.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to transition into this next part because now I just feel all like gooey and gushy and like full of love. But today we're going to be continuing our discussion on AI, talking about it a little differently than we have in the past. Talking about AI and having identity, the idea of owning or copywriting your identity. So,
Mm.
in a previous episode, we have discussed that Denmark recently passed like this revolutionary law, allowing all of its citizens copyright to their own voice, face, and body, which is
Mm.
incredible.
So good.
Yeah. It's the first law of its kind, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's the first law
think so
like
too.
it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So like Denmark's leading the way of like AI regulation, which is something that we desperately need considering how fast this technology is developing. Regulation is going to be important in the future. And it's important now. So how do we all feel about that, owning your own face, body, voice, the copyright to it, just as being a citizen? So just being alive in the country that you reside in, having those things. Because right now, like in the USA, we don't have that at all. So
I think it should be normal. You know, like I think as it's weird, right? Because, and this is a slightly adjacent but kind of relevant thing. Like as women, we don't even have bodily autonomy and control over like our physical well-being and health and that kind of stuff at this stage. So like as much as I think having ownership of my the visual and audio representation of myself is important, like I also think having bodily autonomy is important, and I think they live in the same space, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird because you're like, well, this should be normal, but it's fucking not. And I wonder if, like, what order things have to happen in. You know, will we get control over the visual representation of ourselves before we get to make absolute we have freedom of choice over, you know, the way we use our body in the world and stuff, right? Like, it's just, yeah.
I am sad to say that I think that will be a thing.
I know.
Like we'll get a copyright over like our own face and voice before we'll get like full bodily rights to like our own existence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As women, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sorry state of affairs in many parts of the world. Not every part of the world, but in many parts of the world. So another reason I also wanted to talk about this today is because Tim Friedlander, the president and co-founder of NAVA, which is the National Association of Voice Actors. If you don't know who that is or don't know what they do, stop this podcast right now. Go Google it. You have my permission. Go find them, figure out what they're
Then
doing,
come
and
back.
then come back, and then come
Yeah.
back, and then come back. But they're doing really, really, really important work, especially in the United States, but hopefully, you know, also working with different associations worldwide for things like AI regulation. And it's not just for voice actors, it's also for the entire creative community. Anybody who has had a thought, had an idea, and made a tangible thing from it, like that's what they're fighting for. So I'd really want to talk about it, but I don't want to paraphrase his words because he went before not Congress, the California State Assembly this past week. And they're really fighting to get this bill passed. That's super important. But I have a clip of Tim talking about it, and I want him to speak for his like own words, and then we can talk about what he says. Jordan, can you roll that clip?
I love that we need a segment on Roll That Clip. Oh, it was so much fun. What's that from? Oh no, I've got Move That Bus. It's completely
Not the same.
Not the same. But that's what it sounded like.
It was like that.
No, I'm thinking start the car. That's
Yeah.
from an IKEA ad.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's an Australian thing. It's really, really
Mm.
funny. This is like a woman like thinking that she's like gotten a ridiculous deal at IKEA, and as she's walking out the door, she's calling out to her partner, "Start the car!"
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, focus. Are we locked in?
Yeah.
Are we locked
Yes.
in? Okay, cool.
Good morning. My name is Tim Friedlander. I'm a voice actor, songwriter, children's book author, and studio owner.
Are you really a voice actor?
And I am. As a matter of fact, I'm also president and co-founder of the National Association of Voice Actors. We are a co-sponsor of AB 412. AB 412 gives copyright holders the right to know if their materials have been used to train generative AI models. This bill does not address the question of whether it's moral, ethical, or even legal to train Gen AI models or copyrighted materials. It simply offers rights holders the ability to inquire and know if their materials have been used. NAVA represents the people behind the voices you hear every day. We're the narrators of audiobooks, characters in video games and animated shows, storytellers in podcasts, and even the teachers in your favorite HR training videos that you have to sit through every single day. But my testimony is not exclusively about voice actors. I represent the creators, the visual artists, the graphic designers, costume designers, writers, musicians, every other artist who has turned an idea into something tangible. AI is impacting all of us. AI companies are profiting off of our life's work, and there's currently no law in place to stop them or even for us to find out if our work has been used to train their models. AB 412 seeks to change that. The tech companies say their training data is their trade secret, but my voice is not their trade secret. They're going to try to convince you that it's difficult to keep track of the materials they're using to train their systems, and it creates an unreasonable burden for them. But if they're asking us to trust them with the most powerful technology this world has ever seen, shouldn't it be reasonable that they keep track of what materials they have used to train it? California is home to both the major AI developers and a vast creative sector that employs professionals like me and my colleagues. As such, this state has the opportunity to lead in the adoption of fair, equitable, and balanced policy. And I encourage an aye vote on AB 412. Thank you.
Oh, so good.
That's why I didn't want to paraphrase it, because everything that he said was
Yeah.
spot on and spectacular. So,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, crew? Like, I have my thoughts, but I've been marinating on this for a while. So go ahead, Deanna.
Deanna's hand went
I-
up so freaking quick.
Yeah, well, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
And I want to frame this question as I'm not disparaging anything that happened in that conversation. I think it's all really valid and all that kind of stuff. And my question is, and this, is for me as much as it's for anybody out there that might be wondering the same thing, why do we need to know if our voices are being, or our creations are being used to train generative AI? Why do we need to know? And what's the outcome, like the next step from knowing? What do we do? What can we do with that information?
So that's actually part of this bill is, and I'm going to pull it up right now, is so it would require them to disclose whether or not they have used whatever copyrighted materials you own in their training materials. So they would have to keep a list of how they trained their AI. Now, the reason this is important is because there are lots of creators and lots of, like Tim said, not just voice actors, regular actors, like on-camera actors, costumers, writers, graphic design artists, illustrators. All of these people have basically had their works without their knowledge or consent stolen, used to train AI, and then now is being basically sold back to them at a price. That's not okay. It's not okay to take my life's work, the things that I have done, steal them from me without ever telling me, acknowledging what you've done, and then try to sell it back to me or other people without my knowledge or consent. The second part is that it can be really scary if someone has taken, let's say, this podcast, taken all of our voices off of this podcast, which they could do right now, with all of the content that we've created, it would be real easy for them to do, and then made a voice clone of it, and then had it maybe say some horrific things in a fake podcast that we never said, and then put it out into the world. And we would never know until maybe we came across it, or like, who knows? Maybe we would never find out. I'm not okay with that. I don't know about you all, but I ain't okay with any of that. So this bill allows, it's not debating whether or the legality of scrubbing the internet for copyrighted works to train generative AI. It's saying if it has, it needs to disclose what it has used and then allow those copyright holders to either, one, have it taken away from their generative AI, or two, if they don't, the right to sue them to be able to take it down plus damages. So It's not debating technically the legality of it. It's just asking them to keep a log and keep a list of what they've used to train their generative AI. What have you taken from other creators so that you've trained this model? What have you used is basically what it is. It's giving us the rights back to our own creations. Now, it's not as strong as like Denmark, where it's not giving us copyright, like automatic copyrights over our own face, voice, likeness, body, etc. But it's a stronger copyright of our creations, our art, in order to be able to have more control over the things that we put out into the world.
And I guess also not just that we put out, yes, it's about having our own control over our own output and that kind of thing. But really, I guess what's happening here is the capacity to have oversight over how it's used once it's already out there. Because we already do have control over what we put out into the world, right? We put stuff out or we don't. Excuse me. Getting over a flu. I'm still like really claggy in my throat. But I always feel like I have to explain when I clear my throat. As a person a person who was like, don't clear your fucking throat, it's bad for you. Sometimes you actually have to.
Sometimes there's stuff there. Sometimes it's got to move.
There's stuff there, right? Anyway, we already do have control over what we put out and what we don't put out, right? But at the moment there's no recourse if someone uses our stuff in a way that we haven't approved. So sure. I guess what I'm hearing here is this bill is making it so that the people who do use our stuff have to say that they've used our stuff. Now, Does this mean when asked, or as a general rule they have to, does this bill mean if you, anything that you've used, you have to have it listed somewhere so that it's publicly available? Or is it one of those situations where, say, me as a voice actor, I have to go and ask all of these different kind of whatever they are, organizations, have you used this? Have you used this? Have you used go back through your records, check, have you used this? What's the process there?
So it says that there is what the bill states, and it's not a perfect bill by any stretch of the imagination. What it states is that there will be an online request mechanism. The bill would necessitate developers to establish an accessible mechanism on their website, allowing copyright owners to submit requests for this information. So yes, you would have to go to AI developer to AI developer to AI developer asking them. So it's still not perfect. It's still not, like I said, Denmark, which is an automatic copyright. It's not that. Because that would never get passed. That would never. If I'm being honest, at least not right now. I don't see that happening. And I think that Nava and Tim are very smart, and they realize that, we could shoot for the moon, but why? It wouldn't happen. Let's do something we think might be able to happen. So that's what the bill says. And then it says under enforcement, copyright owners who do not receive the required information from these developers once requested could bring a civil action against the developer for relief, including potentially recovering damages or seeking injunctive relief. Basically, you're going to take it down, and now you're also going to pay me for damages, which could be a lot. like it could be a big chunk of change, which I think is necessary, because then it's going to encourage, hopefully, these developers that they don't want to go out of business from getting all these lawsuits. So hopefully they will do that.
Mm.
Now, the AI developers have pushed back, saying, well, we can't disclose what we have put on our AI training models because those are our trade secrets. And that's why Tim said, I think one of the most impactful things that I heard in this is that my voice is not your trade secret. That's my voice. You don't get to take it from me and then say, oh, we can't tell you, you know?
Mm.
And it just really, the artist in me and the creator in me gets very worked up when I see like what the things that like I've worked so hard for, and my ideas and things that get put out into the world, like taken from me and then be like used as data instead of as art. Like especially things like my voice, my performance, my face is not your data.
Mm.
It's mine. I own it. It's my body. And I think that's also where things get a little more complicated too, is because our voice is a part of our like physical body. Our face is part of our physical appearance, is part of our identity. And so I feel like being treated as just data and not my identity really irks me.
I think that's such an interesting thing to hide behind, being like trade secrets. Like when I think about trade secrets, I think about IP, so intellectual property. So if you've entered something from your own IP into something, yeah, no worries. But if you've taken something and entered it in, it was never a trade secret because it was never your IP. And if we bring it back down to like the basics of that, it seems you know what it kind of feels like? You know when all of us will relate to this quite well, when you've been on a project and there's credits and your name doesn't get put up. It kind of feels like a roll-on effect of that, like just still kind of being like, oh, the talent is the last person to find out when their shit goes to air. The talent is the last person to get their recordings. The talent is the last person to be credited. The talent is the last person to be told that their shit was used for something that they didn't know about. Like it just kind of feels like another roll-on effect of artists, creators, actors not being valued. Like it's just like, oh, add another fucking bow to the string, mate.
Yeah, I mean, you see that happen in advertising all of the time, right? Like because the way advertising works is by usage. So you get paid a fee to be in the studio, and then usage gets put on top of that. And that usage is based on the media that it's getting played on, the length of time that it's getting played for,
the territory,
the region, the territory, all of those kinds of things. Like the length of the thing also contributes, but like the usage is really, really important, because if someone then wants to use that recording outside of the paid for usages, they have to pay for it again. But in advertising, not always, but sometimes people don't let you know when they're using it again.
Yep. It happens from time to time. Sometimes we catch people out.
And I've had people ring me from like another state going, hey, your ad's on, I just saw you. I'm like, ooh, it's not fucking supposed to be.
Because its usage was radio 12 months and it's now on the TV, and that was 24 months ago. Like you can,
that kind of thing, you know. So and that requires manual fucking intervention as well, right? Like it requires us to be like watching and being vigilant. And there's a massive mental load that goes with that, which I think is pretty fucking inappropriate, right? But at least there's recourse. And I guess what this does now, this bill, if it gets passed, is it creates an avenue for recourse.
Yes.
Which I think
right now
really,
there is
really
none.
important.
There's none. Like people have tried and failed. There's no recourse. You know? So at least it's, like I said, it's not perfect, and it is like a mental labor. But I mean, there's so many voice actors and actors already doing that. Trying to find their stuff where it has been used on the internet, like people are tagging them in it, and like then they have to go to the person, they have to hire a lawyer and do a cease and desist and like all this stuff, and it goes nowhere.
Yeah, and it feels kind of crazy because you do all of your, your best prep and all those sorts of things. I worked with a client in the US just recently, and I asked them to add an AI clause to their thing before we signed off on work, before I recorded it and sent it. And they were happy as. They were like, yeah, no worries. They're a marketing company. They're also terrified that AI is coming for their shit. So, AI clause, put that in, no worries, all good. But that piece of text and that content that voiceover that I did is sitting on that client's website. That does not stop anybody else coming through, scrubbing it off and putting it through. So it feels like all of these measures that we're doing our best to put in are just not at the standard of what everything else is happening.
Of the technology that's
And where it's at. So it's like, yeah, I did this amazing thing. I had agency as an actor. I did my thing. I put an AI clause. I had great relationship with the marketing team, the production team, blah, 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 me and the client, yeah, whatever. And then somebody else just comes and nicks it off the website and you're like,
Yeah. It's sort of like driving, though, I reckon. Like my dad, when I was learning how to drive forever ago, but
love that.
my dad always said to me, I trust you in the car and I trust your capability, but there's a bunch of other fuckers on the road that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
We have no idea what their fucking moral and ethical standards are, their driving skills, their like understanding of road rules. You know, like we don't know anything about those people, right? And so driving comes with inherent risk that actually has nothing to do with my skill set and my ability beyond my skill set and ability of knowing and watching for those dickheads, right? and like
True.
this is the same.
And while that is true, but you still wear your seatbelt. Like
Yes.
I'm still
Oh,
going to
yes.
throw in an AI clause.
You still
like,
put in
every
the
single
AI
time.
clause.
Exactly.
Still,
exactly.
You know what
like
I mean?
you still have to do the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And just hope, I guess, that the people that you're working with like align with you around the ethics and morals and legality of what's happening, you know. And then also just try and mitigate against the people that don't function that way. And you know, this bill, is that what it's called? A bill? Yeah.
it's called a bill. It's a bill,
Yeah.
and then once that's how it turns into a law. First, it's a bill.
Yeah, right.
Then it goes to a law.
And that's
yeah.
the point of this, right? This is about starting to mitigate the potential, well, not even potential, the shit that happens when people are assholes in this space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you
Yeah.
have to do that. I think it's irresponsible not to, right? To just like kind of sit there and go, oh, well, partly, oh, well, but also, no, everyone will be fine. It's nice. People are good. Like they're actually not, right? there's
Majority of
plenty
people
of people
aren't.
out there that are just shitbags. You
Yeah.
know?
There's not everybody's here to be happy and nice with
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to be a pragmatic optimist in the world. You know, like be optimistic, hope for the best, and also have plans in place for when shit goes sideways. Understand the challenges and risks associated with what you're doing and mitigate against those, you know? I think that's really, really important.
So a lot of these AI companies, their argument against this, one is that it's their trade secret. Two, they say it's too hard. We can't do it. It's too much work. We can't do it.
Oh, boo.
And then
Grow
the
the fuck
third one
up.
is the third one is that they say that it's going to hinder the advancement of this amazing technology that could make everyone's lives so much better. What do you all think of that? I have my opinions. Yeah.
Grow up. My favorite insult for people when they're being dumb is to tell them to grow up. The only thing that they're avoiding doing is paying people for their content.
Yes.
It's not slowing down anything. It's not hindering the technology. It's not doing anything of that. It's not making your life too hard. It's you trying to get away with not paying people for their shit.
Yes.
Which is like, this is the thing, right? And because paying people for their stuff does actually come with admin. Like it does take more time. There is more effort required. There is extra layers of procedure that have to come into place, right? And so this is one of the worst parts about this, right? Because actually it will take longer. It will slow things down, right? It will have an impact, okay? But that impact supports humans over business. And that's where the problem lies, right? Because if actually what you want to do is support humans over business, that extra time is worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? But if what you want to do is just make lots of money as fast as you possibly can, that extra time is seen as a cost, a bad cost, a cost that is not worth the cost. I can't think of another word.
It's not worth it, mate. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth
Look
it.
at man. But no, and then the thing is that like maybe then at the end of the day, how much is this technology actually helping then? Because I know that I have like people and paymasters and ways that you can pay me and all this admin already set up. All you got
Mhm.
to do is hire me. You know what I mean? Which might be quicker than trying to get this up all going and rolling. So, how much is it really helping?
And I've heard some really interesting things just recently from TikTok, which I've had to ban myself from because I watch it too much. So, like, how true or accurate or anything this is, who fucking knows? But it's still food for thought, right? Is that the overindulgence in AI is reducing creativity, it's neutralizing a lot of thought patterns. And for some people, because not everybody uses AI correctly. People put things in and take what comes out as Bible as truth. It's like, this is absolute, completely true. And what it's causing for a lot of people is issues of psychosis, issues of like disassociation from the environment around them, because what they're being told on an individual playing field is that their thoughts and stuff are absolutely correct, and therefore no longer being able to function so well inside society. So it being at its top functional optimal level, is that actually going to be a thing that benefits us, or is it going to put us all on the same playing field and neutralize us?
It's funny you say that because there was a study that came out of MIT recently here in the
Oh,
US.
great. You've got actual legitimate like
I
things. I was
have
just watching
legitimate.
TikTok.
It's only the use of ChatGPT. So it was a study on ChatGPT specifically,
Right.
and it studied two different groups of people, one who used ChatGPT and one who totally did not use ChatGPT. And the people who use ChatGPT, it's kind of like a muscle, that creative thinking muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And so when you're
Yeah.
just typing this all into ChatGPT all the time, you're not exercising your creative thinking muscles. And those people actually cognitively, like scientifically, were proven to have lost thinking ability because of ChatGPT and not like using their own brains to think critically, letting some machine do it for them. Tessa, go for it.
Deanna and I both had our hands up
Yeah,
there, team. So
yeah.
we have to specify who gets to go
Yes,
next.
Tessa.
Your turn
Okay,
now.
Tessa, yeah.
Like Ashton's like pointing in a direction, but like we're
We don't know who
we're
that
on
is.
this little screen and there's four of
And
us,
we're all
right?
mixed up,
And
yeah.
and we do this thing where we point when we're done talking, so that the next person with their hand up understands like who's next. But if two people have their hand up and someone points, we actually don't know what direction they're
Don't know who
pointing
it
in because the four squares, it's like the Brady Bunch. They sit in different positions for each of us. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
It's very fun.
It's a good system, except for when it's not.
Except for when
Except
that
when it doesn't
when
work.
that happens. So stressful. But the thing around that, because I use ChatGPT for all kinds of things. I use it for data. Oh, data? I say data. I don't say data. Oh, that was weird. Blah. So I use it for data. I use it for tidying things up. I use it for all of those sorts of things. But what I don't use it for creatively is starting my process. So I will always do my version of my creativity to a certain point, and then I'll pop it in and go use it as an assistant and go, can you look for XYZ? Something's not working here. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. So my creativity starts the process all the way up to 70%. It gives me some options, which takes me to that, like 80, 90, and then I do the final 10. So 80% of that creativity is still mine. I'm just getting some help because I work by myself all the time.
Yeah, I use it that way as well, but I also use it to help generate ideas. So I will go in with an idea. I'll be like, oh, here's a thought that I just had, and I'll like verbally like just share a bunch of like an idea, and then I'll use ChatGPT to help me broaden it or expand it or find things about it that maybe I didn't like think of the first time, and then I'll take that offline and I'll develop it myself. And the other thing that I do is I'll say, here, write something about this. And just see what shows up. And then, like always, it's about, oh, that one line there, that's triggered a whole new thought process for me. And now I get to take that and develop that.
Yeah, I'm the
So
same.
for me, there's a lot of ideation stuff that happens. And it's interesting because I have also, I read the same thing, by the way, Ashton, and I have noticed that now when I want to establish an idea, the first thought that occurs to me is like, oh, go see if ChatGPT can help, right? So one of the things I've started doing is recognizing that my approach has shifted as a result of a new tool that I have available to me. And so now I make conscious choices to not always engage the tool. It's
Yeah.
no different to like
Mm.
the shops are a 20-minute walk away or a 5-minute drive away. When I don't have a car, I do the 20-minute walk all the fucking time. And there's a whole bunch of benefit that comes from that 20-minute walk, but sometimes I fucking get rained on, right? And then I get a car and now I'm like, ooh, I could just drive there in 5 minutes, right? And there's a whole bunch of benefit that goes with being able to drive there in 5 minutes. I get more time in the rest of my day. I don't have to carry heavy bags home, but also now I'm not exercising. So like I'm physically being diminished by the fact that I'm like driving instead of walking 20 minutes on a regular basis, you know? I think the most important thing to do is be aware of the impact that these things have on you and your process and be conscious of what's the loss there and then how to, again, back to mitigating shit, right? How do I mitigate that loss so that I get the functionality that it brings to my life, but I also don't lose as well?
Mm.
And I didn't bring this up to like Chat GPT shame anybody.
Yeah,
Like I didn't mean like if you use it, like, you know,
Yeah.
use it, you use it how you use it.
It's a
However,
tool.
as a tool. But the thing is that it would be interesting, and I'm not sure how. I didn't read too much into the MIT study, but I hope that they continue to study it because I think it does make a difference, like you're saying, of how you use it. If you're using it for everything, just write this whole everything for me, yeah, then you're going to have no creative brain function. You know, so I'd
Yeah.
like to see how a study on different ways maybe that people use ChatGPT and how that changes the brain and the creative like thinking function.
Mm.
Because I think then
Yeah.
it's definitely, like you said, it's going to be different. 70-30, you know, like what is how you use it and how does that impact your brain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think if people were more discerning with it, so like know that it has a bias, know that it has a binary outcome, know that it has all of these sorts of things. Because what I use it really, really heavily for is actually my health, which has been absolutely impeccable. I asked it to do a differential diagnosis with me to help me find out what might be going on with my system. I asked it to help me identify medications and things like that that would help. And then I took all of that back to my doctor, and my doctor went, yes, let's do this, that, and the other thing. And then what I've used it for is symptom symptom aiding. So I'll experience a symptom and go, oh, this is what I did in my day. This is when this happened. Is there something I can do tomorrow that might help mitigate that symptom? And I have never felt better because I'm able to get impact. I'm able to get feedback. I can't do that with my doctor every single day. It doesn't work. So in those regards, it's really helpful. But if it says, yes, take this thing at this thing at this thing, and you go, oh, yes, I'll absolutely do that with no questioning, that's a problem. You have to be able to discern those sorts of things. And I don't think everybody that uses it has that capability. And that's where I think I see the problem happening.
And speaking of discernment, I am not a big Chat GPT person. I think I've used it maybe twice. And I have a problem with it. Just my personal problem. Again, not Chat GPT shaming anybody. However, I do have a problem because Chat GPT itself was trained off of authors and writers who never got paid and never
Right.
got credited for their work. And so again, it's the same type of issue. I don't want to be using other people's words. And they've admitted to this, and they actually had to put out lists of books and authors that basically they stole from. And that's a real thing that authors were like, yep, ChatGPT used my stuff. And there actually is, I'm not sure like what the update is on the lawsuit, but there is a lawsuit. I think Sarah Silverman is like one of the spearheaders of it, the
Oh,
comedian.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're active. I'm not sure what the update on that lawsuit is. I haven't looked into the result of that or where it's at currently, but they're suing because they never got paid. They never got consent. They never got knowledge. They never got a, hey, we're using everything that we find. So I have a personal, just to let you know, I have a personal issue with ChatGPT and the way it generatively was formed. Now, if that all can go back and maybe get made right, maybe I'll have a different feeling about ChatGPT
100%.
and include it in what I do. But right now it just feels icky to me. It just feels icky to me.
I love that you've brought that up, though, because everyone has their own lines of ick, which I think is so important to acknowledge, because for me, taking it away at this stage in my career and where I'm at, man, it would put me back so far. Working as an individual, doing all of those sorts of things, it doesn't feel good standing on the back of other people who have done that. But I also have other lines for myself that I won't do based somewhere else. So for those of you listening who are like lines in the sand about certain things, everybody's got their own lines.
Yeah.
We all make adjustments and we do what feels good, and then we don't do what feels icky. So be
We
kind
didn't
out
hear
there,
much from
folks.
Jordan today. I have
Oh
to
yeah,
say.
Jordan.
Oh, look,
There
he
he
just put his finger up
Yeah,
too. Fucking
oh
great.
man, that was great timing.
I'm like a mind reader.
I was just having a look at. Someone told me that ChatGPT uses lots of water, like all AI things, for cooling. Like the super brain needs to be cooled with water. So I looked it up, and it's 39 million gallons a day.
Yeah.
For
It's like a
cooling
bottle
it,
of
which
water
is
per
like,
question or something.
which is insane. It's like
Yeah.
a few milliliters per query, but I guess when there's billions of people using it every day, that's a lot of water. I was like, well,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
How
yeah,
much?
we haven't even touched
How much
on
did you
the
say?
like
39 million gallons. So like
So
70
and is-
million liters
per what?
per day.
day.
Per day. Wow. I just I always find this stuff really interesting because that's like a lot of water, right? And then comparatively, fast fashion, right,
Yeah.
uses an estimated 79 billion cubic meters of water a year.
Yeah, so that's where I'm going to like turn my head and be like, nah, like
We've
that's
we've
my
all got our lines, right?
yeah, that's
Yep.
my shame. But like I also know that it's like bad and I still do it. So like that's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I'm also human. Like I'm not gonna hear it. Like I could
Totally.
easily get Shein shamed, and I should be Shein shamed. 100%. This dress I'm literally wearing is from Shein.
Yeah.
So I should be Shein shamed. Very much
Yeah.
so.
No,
Um,
no,
no.
it's not about shaming.
But,
But,
I
the
know
reason
it's bad and I still do it.
the reason I wanted to bring that up is because it's really easy to identify a number and go, oh my God, and it is bad, right? And and also context is important, you know?
Yeah.
Very
that's true.
important. And like, what's interesting? Have people seen the television show The Good Place?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
One
I
of my
think that's
fave
just
shows.
what's so imperative, hasn't he?
Yes,
Anyway,
imperative.
it's important.
Imperative.
so-
It's imperative.
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 Fuck, I don't know. But it's really important because in the world and the society that we currently live in, I just don't think there's any really real way to identify what's true, what's not, what's right, and what's wrong. Like my new philosophy that I live by, I might have said this on here before, is that everything is 100% true and 100% false at the same time. That's kind of how I exist and live by things now, because you hear stuff like that and you go, could be true, might not be true. Like there's no
Yeah.
way and the way that the world has become so much more connected and so much more together, we have all of this access to all of this stuff, knowing whether something is correct or right or good to purchase, not purchase, to avoid, to boycott. Like, how the fuck do you know? Make a choice, feel comfortable with it, and feel comfortable with changing your mind.
Exactly right. And then when you know better, do better.
Yeah, 100%.
Just for context, my dress is from Shein, but this shirt is thrifted.
I think you're busy shaming yourself. You're like,
Thrift shop.
this is from thrift, so this
This is from
counterbalances
secondhand.
this.
I saved this from the landfill, but this is from Shein.
That's so funny. I had to actively move my mic away from my face because I was like, I'm gonna blow the mechanics of this thing.
Oh, God.
It was
So
wild.
good.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Balances.
it is checks and balances. You know, we're working. We're all human beings in progress. You know what I mean? We're all in progress.
my
Jordan,
God.
speaking of progress, you have a sound for us. Yeah.
I do, yeah. Tessa found this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tessa found this one. She's good at sending really terrible sounds. So she did well on this one because it was a good sound. A lot of
What the
the
fuck does terrible mean, mate?
a lot of the Tessa sounds don't make the episodes. I'll just be honest.
Really?
Yeah. There's
She said that about my sounds too, Tessa.
You're
You
lucky
said
I
my
Yeah.
forget
sounds
that
were
I
crap
send
too.
shit.
even
It's
I-
because we send a stupid, enormous amount of things.
Yeah.
yeah,
So most
or they're all
things
in the
don't make
Google
it.
Drive, and I'm like, guys, how do I make this turn into good content? So this is it. Well
They're
done.
like not
Good.
labeled.
Fuck you, man.
They're just like dumped.
Yeah. Anyway, but then I find sounds and you guys are like, that's too hard. That's fucking,
It's
that's
too hard.
impossible. I can't do that. I'm like, oh, damn it. I thought that was a good one. So it's whatever, subjective
on your
or
point of
objective or
view.
whatever it is.
It's
So
true.
anyway, so this is a guy. Yep, that's about as far as I got. And he
Lovely.
impersonates iPhone keyboards. So we're going to
I
try
saw
and do
this.
it. And
on the
yeah,
back foot
I
here.
like
I
it.
don't
It's
use
nice and
iPhone.
simple. And I'm going to hit play, and then you guys can all have a listen and try it at home, and we'll try it.
Hello, this is my impression of the iPhone keyboard when you were typing a text to your friend.
Okay, that's all you get.
It's so
love
good. Like,
I just for
So
context
good.
sake, I'm gonna if you don't have an iPhone, Deanna,
oh my god,
this is what
yes.
it actually sounds like. I just turned my sounds on. I'm going to type a message into
Okay.
our chat, and so you
Okay.
can hear it. Okay. Here,
Okay.
let's see. Can you hear that?
Wow.
Yeah, now delete some stuff. Yeah, cool.
Okay. I
It was
just
very
sent that ridiculous message
He's
to our
so
group chat.
accurate. Oh my god, it's literally just like HFHDBX UFBX JSK Doug Dig.
Okay.
Should we try it
So
again
it's
with
pretty
his voice?
accurate what he does. It's like
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
I think we should have another listen.
Okay,
I love
here
his
I-
big breath beforehand. It's so dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're about halfway through.
It's just stunning. It's just
It's
pure
quite good.
artistry, that kind of
Yeah.
shit, you know?
My favourite
Yeah.
bit is the
Yeah.
I think
Wow,
the
you did a
whole
good
thing
job
is
of
like
that.
It was
he's
really
also
good.
doing, I think it's like so when you have an iPhone and you're talking to somebody else with an iPhone, a little bubble pops up and it's like a little
Bloop.
dots and
Oh,
it
yes,
like
he
makes
goes-
a little bubble sound. I think that's the sound that he's actually trying to make.
Oh, he's not doing the delete.
the backward, the delete
I
sound.
think
No,
I think
it's
he was
the-
doing mixtures of everything. I thought I heard
Okay, he
because I
could
thought
be.
I heard all of those. Which is so good. And what I really enjoyed about his face structure is how relaxed it was and like
Yeah.
That
and,
was
like-
the out breath, though. That's why he did an out breath first. He let all his air out so that everything softened and he took all the tension out of his face. That's
Yeah.
exactly what that out breath
Yeah.
was.
Mm.
So
And
that he
then-
could go,
and then his lips were amazing. Like they were so like like fish lips, like the old
Yeah.
like making your doing that kind of thing.
But not
um,
tight. But not
No,
tight.
not tight,
Yeah.
not tight. Just like really chilled out. Does anyone want to?
I think I want to try.
Yeah, you want to
Ready?
go?
I don't know if I'm doing it loud enough. Did you hear anything?
Oh yeah,
hear
I can hear it.
but it sounded like the deleting or the bubbles bits. It didn't sound like typing.
Oh,
There's a hardness that's missing from the typing. The typing has like this.
Yeah.
I think it's pace as well, like because he goes
Yeah.
so fast, but that's hard.
I'm a slow typer. What about that?
What is it? Index finger heroes.
Yeah, like this. That's boomer typing.
It's boomer typing. Love that.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I think you're missing the hardness too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put some more
there's
put some
a-
more activeness into my lips.
There's a click, right? It's a click.
My
Tess,
lips
you
Can
know
we
what yours
watch his
sounds
lips
like?
again? Because no one's doing it the way he
wait.
did it.
Yes.
Tess, what you
Mhm.
sounded like is actually like when you go onto a website and they have that
Yes.
AI like assistant like
Chat
chat
bot.
assistant in the corner, the chat bot.
Mm.
It sounds
Mm.
like when the chat bot is thinking.
Is-
That's what
yes.
yours sounded
Oh,
like.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think
I'm
both
real happy
of
about that.
you did a lot of like bubbly
Mm.
Yeah.
without any.
Click.
You know.
Yeah.
Is he doing them maybe like simultaneously? So we're getting like
Yes.
All right, let's have another closer watch.
See, different.
Oh.
Yeah. they are clicky and then bubbly. You're right.
Also, I think that's just his natural lip anatomy.
Yeah,
He's got a much bigger like bottom
lip.
lip.
Model.
It's much more yeah. He's got a model
but they're
bottom
two
lip.
different sounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not
Yours is almost a tisk,
Mine's too
Ashton.
clicky.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, but also you're going
Yeah. Because I don't know
As
how to make it.
opposed to-
Dude.
watch my tongue.
Yeah, see, I'm doing it differently now.
I guess the way that. But the thing is that like when
Fucking
you do
great
that,
content.
yeah, when you do that thing where you have at the top of your tongue, like
Yeah.
the tongue, the roof of your mouth to make that sound,
Yeah.
and then
Mm.
you change the shape of your lips.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
changes
that's
the
what I was doing.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then there's the which is the bloop. And if you change your mouth and also you adjust like where hang on. Wait,
I'm doing mine
Let-
with
let-
like, you know how you do like spit bubbles?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's out.
Yeah, that works
That's
really well too.
Because I'm ingressing.
Oh, I was out. I was.
Yeah, out worked well
Expressing
as
air.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that was good.
Oh, so out sounds like that. In,
It must be in,
it's in.
which is probably why he also breathed out. Is because
Yes.
he needed to get all the air out so he could.
So
keep
that he could
breathing
breathe in through the whole thing. That's all in.
Do you know what I would really like? I would like us to all do a symphony of us all going at the same time. Just, see what it sounds like. I think that'd be really
I think we've
nice. I
done
think
it
the
like
listeners
7
would really
times
enjoy
already,
that.
and they don't want to hear
Yeah.
it again.
No, I think we want to do it on purpose. I think we want to do it on
Jordan's
purpose.
like, no, it's bad content.
It could be like
Yes.
an ASMR thing.
Yeah,
It could,
exactly.
like lull people to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
team,
right, let's
get in
You
real
ready?
close on your mic. Yeah,
Ready?
Jordan
Real
counts
close
in.
onto mic, super close to mic.
Okay.
3,
Mhm.
2, 1.
Now I have to
Ah.
pee. I
And
don't
on
know.
that
That made me
note,
had to pee for some reason.
Oh my god. So good.
Thanks, that was a good one. That was
That's
fun.
great.
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome for the free ASMR world. You're
Yeah,
very welcome.
Just have that on
Um,
repeat. So calming.
Jordan's just gonna take that, like clip it over and over and over and
Yeah.
over.
and send it to you
Mm.
so you can listen
Yeah.
to it.
I think that might be my new
Well-
like text tone or something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
Hilarious.
well, thank you, one and all, for listening to this episode of the Good Talkers podcast. Whether you are here, there, or everywhere, we love that you tune in. We love that you listen. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time. Signing off, yeah, team. Oh, wait, I forgot the most important parts. Hey. This is how you get in touch with us. You can email us at thegoodtalkerspodcast@gmail.com. You can find us all over the web. We've got a website too. Hey, check that out. It's thegoodtalkerspodcast.com. And you can find a bunch of cool stuff there. Also ways to get in touch with us individually if you're interested. Or find us on the socials. We love to hear from you guys, and we love you for tuning in. Now, this is the real sign off now. Are we all ready? I'm ready. I'm fine.
So
ready.
ready.
I'm
So
ready.
ready.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
Bye.